All right, so you had to do 3 and 4, right?
I think it's two.
2. Also, I couldn't remember if we did 2 in class. So 2, you just had to find g of 6. Wasn't that just? Oh no, I don't know. So g of 6 would be from -1 to 6 of f of t dt. I feel like we did this math. Maybe not. So let's see, from -1 over to 6. So from -1, I have this trapezoid that's below, right? So that's going to be like a -1/2 base 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus base 2, 1, 2, 3, times the height of 3, plus this quarter of a circle with a radius of 2, so 1/4 times pi times 2 squared.
Does that have a height of two?
Say that again?
Does the trapezoid have a height of
Yeah,
two?
it does have a height of 2 and 3. I can't count. So let's see. It's going to be -8, and that's pi. So there's that one. And then number 3. Okay, so before you left yesterday, we did this part. We found that g prime of x equals f of x, right? So for g prime of 6, that would be f of 6, right? So f of 6 is 2. So g prime of 6 would be 2. Over here, g prime of 2, because we did the work here. Like, we're not just jumping into this and it's just equal. We did the work yesterday. Sneeze. Excuse me. G prime of 2 would equal f of 2. So g prime of 2 equals what? -2. All right. And then I feel like I remember saying something about looking at number 5. We need g double prime of 2, and then we have to give a reason for our answer. So if g prime of x equals f of x, then g double prime of x would equal f prime of x times 1, right? Because it's the derivative. And then, okay, so g double prime of 2, what's f prime of 2? Because it's going to equal f prime of 2. Well, what's f prime of 2? Can you find a slope at 2? Why not? It's at a cusp, right? It's undefined because f of t has a cusp, a cup. It does. It has a cup. So it has a cusp at t equals 2. All right, so let's try g double prime of -4. So g double prime of -4 would equal f prime of -4. G double prime of -4 would equal. All right, can we find f prime of -4? Yeah, what is it? -2. Still got to give a reason. Give a reason. What's my reason?
Yeah, so
Okay.
x equals -4 is 2, or -2.
All right, the slope of f of t at t equals -4 is -2. All right, very good. This looks like one of those whip things that Roman soldiers and chariots would use. Like, I'm gonna hit you with this. I'm kind of scared. I'm a little. I don't know. All right, so we have this continuous function f from -4 to -3 or to +3, and it consists of 2 quarter circles here and here. Okay, and 1 line segment. Let g of x equal 1/2 x squared plus the antiderivative from 0 to x of f of t dt. Okay. Try looks really excited about this one. I can tell he's pumped. Yes. So g of 3. Okay. Let's just take it piece by piece. Hold up. I gotta blow my nose. If you want to go on without me, you can, but okay. All right, so g of 3 is going to be 1/2 3 squared plus antiderivative from 0 to 3 f of t dt. So let's see. That's 9/2. Got that. How about from 0 to 3? These two are just the same size, are they not? So that's just going to be plus 0. So my answer is 9/2. I got to do a little bit more math on the next one. Find the value of g of -4. All right, well, let's set it up. I think you can set it up. I'm going to wait a second because I feel like you can set it up. All right, is this your setup right here?
Well, you gotta flip it and make it negative.
What are you talking about? Why do I have to flip it?
Just the negative, the zero.
Okay. You can, okay. Let me go ahead. You do have to flip it to do your work, but you can set it up to show this is where I started. And then in your next one, you can say this minus 0. That's where it's going to be. All right, so what do you got? You got like, that's 8 minus, we're going from -4 to 0. That's below, so that's, and it's a quarter circle times pi times 1 squared plus 3. That's a quarter circle times pi times 3 squared. So I'm running out of room. So I went ahead and simplified these two and distributed that negative at the same time because I have just like that tiny little space left. So 1/4 pi minus 9/4 pi would be a negative 8/4, and 8/4 is 2. So that's my answer right there. What?
She coughed in her church.
Oh, yeah, could you not?
Wow, okay, so you listen when Harper says it, but you won't when I do.
Oh my goodness. All right, so g prime of x. Gotta find that before I can find g prime of 3. What's the derivative of 1/2 x squared?
X,
Yep. What's the derivative of the antiderivative?
it's just a function. So
Yes. And then times 1. So g prime of 3 would equal 3 plus f of 3. That's 3. What is f of 3? Negative 3. So it is 0.
it's just like composition functions
Yeah.
on a
Yes.
higher level.
Yes. Hey, look, it's g double prime of 2. All right, so let's go back to g prime. What's the derivative of x? No,
Or is it one?
it's 1. What's the derivative of f of x? F prime of x. So g double prime of 2 would be 1 plus f prime of 2. So what's the slope at 2?
Is it negative 3/2? No, because that's not a point.
Yeah, I think it's. I would go do an easy one. I would go from here. I mean, it's a line, it's a linear
Yeah, 'cause
function,
it's
so the
bottom of the
slope's the
seven.
same everywhere.
Or
So
probably
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You went down 6. And you went over 1, 2, 3. So my slope is negative 2. Negative 1. Homework time. So you have page 596, 597, and 598. It's 19 problems. You can work on them together while you're in here for sure.
if you were in here.
If you're in here, yeah. Ow.